నువ్వు నీ కూతురు బతికుండాలంటే అన్నీ వదిలేసి పారిపోండి.
బెదిరింపులతో పని కావట్లేదు, చంపే.
Hello everyone, this is Soundarya Adimuthu from the Quint and you're listening to Do I Like It? A Quint production where we review anything and everything under the sun. And in this episode, I'll tell you, do I like Nagarjuna starrer The Ghost?
In life, things happen. And even if nothing's happening, that's still something happening, right? So on this show, we talk about things that happen. We get an esteemed panel of highly jobless people to answer the $1 million question. Do I like it?
So Nagarjuna's latest film released in Tamil as Ratchan and Telugu as The Ghost. And recently we saw Amala Akkineni, his wife. She also featured in a bilingual, Kanam in Tamil and Oke Oka Jeevitham in Telugu. And I really loved Kanam because it was like a very soulful, emotional drama which was kind of infused in a sci-fi genre. Director Sri Karthik renders kind of an enduring tribute to his late mother while resonating universally with every child that's grappling with their parents' demise. For those of you who are baffled, why am I talking about Amala Akkineni's film and not Nagarjuna's film? I'll tell you, but before that, go subscribe to the Quint's YouTube channel and also follow us on all podcast streaming platforms like we are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts and anywhere basically you get your podcasts. Okay, coming back, why are we talking about Amala Akkineni? Because she is a wife of Nagarjuna Akkineni. Why are we talking about the couple? Because both of the films released in Tamil and Telugu. I know they are called Telugu superstars, their home ground is Telugu industry, but I think they consider Tamil as their favorite cousin's place or something because they have this huge fan base here in Tamil. Both of them had flourishing careers early on here in Tamil and they're coming back with bilinguals and they're giving importance to Tamil films and that is something I really like. Okay, the point being, I watched Ratchan, the Tamil dubbed version of Nagarjuna's Telugu flick The Ghost, and in many ways, I felt the film was like a hybrid of two recently released Tamil films. One was Kamal Haasan's Vikram, and the other was Thalapathy Vijay's Beast. And I must say, Ratchan or The Ghost kind of borrows some good and many bad moments from these two films. Okay, before we talk about what worked in the film, what did not, let's talk about the story, right? It revolves around an Interpol officer called Vikram, played by our dashing Nagarjuna. So Vikram has a very troubled childhood, he is orphaned as a kid because of a Hindu-Muslim riot. He gets adopted into a family, he gets a new father, new sister, and he lives a very happy life. However, at one point, Vikram's sister Anu, she gets separated from their family because their father is not okay with her love marriage with a widowed man who is almost 13 years elder to her. After several years of separation, this sister who is long gone makes her way back into Vikram's life and she has a daughter called Aditi. Now, Vikram has promised his dad, before he died, that he will be their guardian and save them from any danger. Starting with what I really loved about the film, I think it must be the action set pieces. Man, there were so many moments of wow that kind of engross you into this violent world. I know it's gory, I know it's extremely violent, but then it was so interesting to see them weave this action choreography with guns firing, swords slashing, blood splashing and heads rolling. Oh my god, am I a poet? Maybe. Okay, the film excels in making the stunts look so stylish and believable. Sonal Chauhan, who features as a colleague/lover of Nagarjuna in the film, she shines with him brilliantly as an action star. So The Ghost was not a complete action thriller. It has this emotional family drama inside of it and the film kind of delves into corporate politics and it also, kind of traces the journey of a rogue cop who was in the dark streets of the crime world. So we spoke about Vikram being the guardian to his niece Aditi and there were very interesting sequences between them. I know as much as the tantrums of Aditi was absurd, I think his methods to discipline her were equally so. He literally uses a stun gun to stop her from being a brat. I mean, that happens when you watch too much of Big Boss. Or in Nagarjuna's case, host too much of Big Boss. Those comedy sequences were slightly funny only after you can convince yourself that it is just fiction and not real life parenting. Now let's talk about what didn't quite sit well with me. I know we need to ignore the fact that, dubbed versions of films in general, they have a very small amount of their essence getting lost during translation when they are, translated from one language to another. But still, I think Ratchan, the Tamil dubbed version of The Ghost, still didn't feel like an original Tamil movie for me. You know what I mean? Like, I think it is also because of the political climate of Tamil cinema in the recent years, how it is evolved and how it is trying to be progressive in every little way possible. Like, for instance, Vikram's psychiatrist is called Dr. Iyer and Anu runs the Nair trading company. If you observed, these are like caste markers, which I feel were unnecessary and they did not serve any purpose to drive the plot. Had it been a straight Tamil film, I don't think these caste markers would have actually taken a space in the narrative. I know one could argue that Ghost is not an anti-caste film for us to look at it so critically, or it's just a name, a very harmless reference. I feel it is very essential to recognize that shedding these markers off is a very little step to being progressive. Just like how filmmakers like Paranjit or Vetrimaran, they are constantly trying to set the context of their film's characters with a lot of social consciousness. It is almost like stereotyping Muslims as terrorists, or, whenever you need a thug or a rowdy character, typically who is cast a dark-skinned person or someone who's stout or someone who belongs to, an oppressed caste or a lower class. I think these are little markers that our filmmakers need to be conscious of in the coming days, especially because we are in the 21st century and not back in the day anymore. After watching The Ghost, I was also wondering if Nagarjuna's shoulders feel tired of holding the guns and the film as a whole, because he is taking this single-handedly. He is taking this whole responsibility of captivating the audience. And of course, he impresses us with his style and swag and all of that. But the rest of the characters in the screenplay, they don't really enable him to do that. So after all this talk, do I like The Ghost or Ratchan? I really liked Nagarjuna. And that's where my answer ends. You understand whatever you want to understand. Okay, bye. But before you leave, follow us on the Instagram at The Quint and tell us what you want us to talk about next week. And check out our website, thequint.com, for more groundbreaking reports and videos. This was Soundarya Adimuthu, and I'll see you in the next one. Do I Like It is a Quint original podcast hosted by Soundarya Adimuthu, executive produced by Shelly Walia and Ritu Kapoor, produced by Anjali Pelod, edited by Pratik Liddu, written by Soundarya Adimuthu, uses audio from The Ghost, theme music from BMG Production Music.
You were listening to the Quint's podcast.